Okay, Assalamualaikum. Today we continue our lecture 3, tools for identifying user problems. So in our previous class, we have seen how to prepare user empathy map, whereby you have identify what the user sees, uh, hears, pains, gains, right? What he or she feels, thinks, attitude, um and so on. So today, and also we have covered about a user experience map. Okay, we have done the activity whereby you have come out with the user experience map for your own selected apps, right? Okay, so I think you already have some idea. So today, let's see another one, user persona. This one also to identify user problems. Okay, this one is known as use case exploration canvas. So as you can see, uh, this in this figure we have persona. So our persona is, okay, maybe you can just give name to your persona. Who is he or she? All right. Okay, let's say I uh, take one example. Let's say student, Sarah, for example, student, final year student, for example. Okay, then number two, the goal. What is your persona trying to achieve? Maybe we can say that Sarah is going to complete her study in Bachelor of apa-apa kan. Okay. Then the third one is pain. So what are the problems and challenges they encounter? So the persona, uh, what are the problems? Let's say Sarah just now, maybe she has problem to manage her time to complete all the assignments, final year project, or anything related to her study. Okay, difficulties to understand the subject, for example, or limited resources, material that can be referred to in the library, or poor internet connection to access the online material, just for example. And then what would make it easier for them? Maybe we can say what can help Sarah to overcome the pain. Maybe the Wi-Fi connection provided at her college by the university. Maybe some uh, lecturers who are very expert in their own area. Okay, so those are the examples for gain in use case exploration canvas. And then number 5, we have product or service. Okay, just now the circle, okay, the persona itself, goal, pains, and gains, we consider this as the problem space. Okay, the problem space. And then we can extend the problem space to solution space. So this is what we are targeting for, okay, the problem, and we are targeting to solve the problem. So the solution space included product or service. Number 5, product or service. What kind of product or service can we create that would facilitate the gains? Or maybe if, let's say, Sarah just now mentioned she couldn't get enough relevant material from the library, for example. So maybe we can create one apps contain all the related materials for the student. Okay, uh, like Sarah, maybe she's a student in certain in marketing, for example. So maybe we can design an apps, we can create an apps containing all the relevant materials which can be accessed through online. Okay, for those kind of students, okay, who have limitation to get, or who have the difficulties to access the books from the library. from the physical library, I mean. Okay. Then number 6, resources. What kind of info, data, infrastructure, technology, etc. could government provide to allow us to deliver this product or service in a better way? Okay, for example, resources. Uh, Recently, most of the students, right, at your ITM receive tablet from Pranti Siswa project, right? So that one also can be considered as resources. Okay, or maybe um, broadband internet connection provided to the student. I'm not sure. So those are the examples for resources. Okay, number 7, role. What would be our role as a government team or as individual citizen in delivering this product or service together with others? Okay, so maybe a lecturer can provide special service or special tutorial for the students to help them to cope with the subject matter uh, in a better way, right? Role as a student, role as a telco IT expert, okay, to improve the technology required, right? To improve the internet connection, for example, those who are expert in the IT maybe can design certain software that can help the student. Okay, so that is a role. Stakeholders, who are the stakeholders of our project? Maybe the telco company, maybe Celcom, Maxis, just to name a few. Okay, we have a lot of telco companies. Who else should be involved and for which purpose? Stakeholders, maybe the university lecturers also can be the stakeholders, the parent, right? Okay, so those are the these 4 quadrant, the quadrant uh, are included in the solution space. Okay, so later we will do some exercise related to use case exploration canvas. Okay, next let's look at other tools for critical thinking. Okay, okay. In order to promote critical thinking, we should learn to ask open-ended questions. Okay, what is open-ended question? Okay, let's say I ask you, have you had your lunch? Okay, so your answer might be yes or no. So that is actually close-ended question. Okay, because the respondent can only respond yes or no. So it is close. But uh, how to make it open-ended question? What did you eat just now? Okay. With whom you eat? You had your lunch, right? So the open-ended question related to where the WH 5WH question. Okay. Where, what, who, when, why, how. Okay, try. So to promote your critical thinking or to get as much information from the environment, from your respondent, you should learn to ask open-ended question. Okay, 5W, 1H question. Where, what, who, when, why, and how. Okay, this is the usage of 5W, 1H question is to encourage divergent thinking. So divergent thinking, the element in divergent thinking, the 2 elements important in divergent thinking is evaluation and synthesis. So synthesis means the combination of components or elements to form a connected whole. Okay. Okay, so example for synthesis, let's say you collect informations from the environment and the facts, and then you come up with one conclusion. That is synthesis. You combine all the facts you have, all the information gathered to come up with one conclusion or one summary. So the combination of components or elements to form a connected whole is known as synthesis. Evaluate, to form an idea of the amount, number of value of assess. Okay, for example, a simple one, when you are cooking, let's say you are baking a cake, let's say when you put certain amount of flour, okay, the cake is not mean not okay, let's say when you put certain amount of flour, you see that your cake is quite hard or the texture is not like what you imagine. So you maybe reduce the amount of flour, or maybe you add butter or something. So it is one kind of evaluation. Okay, you form an idea of the amount, number or value of access. Okay, maksudnya you tengok bila you masukkan certain tepung banyak ni, kek ni keras. So you kurangkan tepung ataupun you tambah butter kan untuk dapatkan tekstur kek yang sepatutnya. So that is a kind of evaluation. Okay, dia bermain dengan amount, number, value of access. Okay, what is, just now I mentioned about divergent thinking. So divergent thinking is actually a thought of process or method used to generate creative ideas by exploring many possible solutions, typically spontaneous, free-flowing, non-linear. Okay, secara spontan. Okay, you can see from the figure, divergent versus convergent. So divergent mostly using imagination, whereby convergent using logic. Okay, as you can see, for convergent thinking, we collect the fact and then we try to find one answer. Okay, this is also known as critical or vertical thinking. Okay, convergent is also known as critical or vertical thinking. Okay, but divergent thinking, we begin with just one question and we try to come up with as many possible solution. Okay, you just throw your ideas, okay, without any limit. Okay, free flowing, spontaneous. Okay, don't limit yourself, just throw out your idea. So this divergent thinking is also known as creative or horizontal thinking. Okay, this is another comparison figure showing the comparison between divergent thinking and convergent thinking. So divergent thinker, he or she would think of all possible ways to reach a solution, but convergent thinker thinks for a final solution. Okay. Okay. How to ask open-ended question? Okay, of course, for critical thinking to promote, to enhance the critical thinking, we have to learn how to ask 5 W's, 1 H question. Okay, what, who, how, when, why, and where. Okay, di mana, apa, siapa, bila, kenapa, bagaimana. Okay. Okay, this is one exercise. List as many ways that you can think of to wake someone up without touching them. Okay. Yang ni, okay, saya dah buat dengan satu kelas. Okay, maybe you can think, maybe you have your own idea, right? Okay. You can switch off the aircon, switch off the fan, right? Call that person. Okay. And so on. Okay, you can think on your own for this one. Okay, let's move to the next one is, okay, affinity diagram. Okay, this one is a tool for critical thinking. Affinity diagram helps to categorize similar item. Okay, I will show you one simple example. Okay, who am I? For example, when you are asked, who are you? How do you describe yourself? Okay, so how can you describe yourself? You can use affinity diagram. So what is affinity diagram? So these are the phases or the steps in affinity diagram. Brainstorm the ideas, as much or as many possible idea. Then find the keywords, group them together based on natural relationship, and then present them in diagram. Okay. Okay, the first step, brainstorm. So when you are asked, who are you? So maybe you can say, let's say, I would say, I'm a lecturer, a Malay, Muslim, a Kelantanis, stay at Kota Baru, right? Teaching at UITM. What else? Maybe I can say I'm a strong determination person, happy-go-lucky, or whatever. Love reading, love watching TV, reading novels, right? Anything about me. Just I throw out all the ideas about myself. Okay, that is brainstorm. Okay, this second one is find the keyword. Okay, okay. For example, this one. Happy-go-lucky student, hardworking, goal-oriented, fair, slim. This is about physical, right? So the next step is you have to group the keywords together. Let's say uh, this one, fair, slim is more to your physical, right? And then this one, hardworking, happy-go-lucky, goal-oriented is more to your characteristic. Okay, so you can put okay, for example, first in the family, Shah Alam, UITM student, those can be grouped as background. Okay, second one, personal characters, goal-oriented, hardworking, personal interest, hobby, okay, reading, traveling, making new friends, and personal goal. Okay, these are some examples of the keyword. And then present them in diagram. So this is known as affinity diagram. Okay, so you brainstorm, you find the keyword, you group the keywords together, and then present them in diagram. And finally, you can describe yourself by you just put it in a proper sentence or full sentence. So my name is Aiman, for example. I am from Shah Alam. I am charismatic, hardworking, and goal-oriented. I usually like to read storybooks at home, and so on. Okay, so that's how we use affinity diagram. When we are asked to give opinion, first of all, we just brainstorm, find the keyword, group the keyword, and present them in affinity diagram. And finally, we put it in proper description. Okay, that is affinity diagram. Okay, this is the class exercise. Okay, I don't want you to do this one. I want you to do, okay, I have another one. Okay, let's move to the analysis. Okay, let's say you are given certain issue and you have to analyze that issue. Okay, so analysis is usually related to finding relationship among all the facts or all the info. So what are the tools that can be used to perform the analysis? We have mind map. Okay, I think most of you already familiar with the mind map. Okay, mind map peta minda kan. Okay, since we apa secondary student lagi kan, biasa guna mind map kan when you want to find idea. Usually we use mind map, or when you try to summarize a complex when you want to try to understand certain complex situation, you usually simplify using mind map. And another one is fishbone diagram. So these two, we are going to look at these two. Okay, mind map. Okay, just to recall back, how can we create a mind map? Okay, what is mind map? Mind map is a graphical way to represent ideas and concept. Okay, kita nak represent idea kita secara graphics. Okay, contoh kalau kita baca when we read certain facts from very long paragraph, sometimes it is very difficult for us to get the main point of that paragraph, right? So the easiest way, the time efficient way to get the summary of the what has been described in that paragraph is by using mind map. So it is a visual thinking tool that helps structuring information, help you to better analyze, comprehend, synthesize, recall and generate new ideas. So samalah kalau macam kita ada satu subjek yang sangat susah untuk difahami ataupun satu perkara yang kita tak nampak apa relation antara satu sama lain fakta dalam tu. So we try to create mind map. Okay. So usually the main issue will be put in the middle. Okay, how to create mind map. Maksudnya di tengah tu adalah main point dia. And then we put a few branches. Uh, okay, just like just can you can see in this figure. Okay, we have 6 branches here. Okay, how to create my map. Okay, use color. Usually we use different colors to represent different ideas. Okay, group your ideas and thoughts by using color. Okay, contoh lah. Let's say I want you to write effect of COVID, let's say. So maybe you can create a few branches effect on economy, on social, on health, on politics, right? So you can use different colors for different previously mentioned categories. Okay, and then uh, don't nobody is perfect, so don't focus on perfection. Tidy up later. Let your ideas explode. Okay, so when you throwing out, throw out your ideas. Don't limit yourself. Just jot down your idea. Tulis je. Uh, apa sahaja yang come out from your mind. Just jot down. Okay. Go deeper. Every note on a mind map could be its own mind map. Okay, contohnya kalau macam saya kata effect of COVID on economy, maybe I can go deeper. Okay, maybe uh, effect on large company. Okay, effect on golongan tertentu, mungkin syarikat penerbangan, maybe airline company. Okay, apa effect dia, cannot flight tak boleh terbang kan. And then effect on food delivery service, maybe early stage of COVID hari tu kan, everybody, most of us were staying at home, so put online orders for food, so that increase the sale for food delivery service. Okay, but for airline, maybe drop, the sale drop because you cannot travel. Okay, so that's what I mean by go deeper. Maksudnya daripada satu cabang, from one branch economy, you can go deeper. Okay, pecah lagi. Okay, to a few more branches. Okay, next, break the on the page mentality. Your brain isn't confined to one page, so your mind map shouldn't be either. Okay, so jangan limitkan your brain, your idea to one page only. Okay, then don't take sides. Embrace both sides of your brain, creative and analytical. Okay, sometimes your idea might seem illogical, tak logik kan, silly, bad ideas, but just try to put it on your mind map. Okay, so sometimes the ideas that look silly, look bad, can lead to creative thinking. And then finally, share it. When you finish, share it with your study buddies. This will help you fresh perspective. Okay, two heads are better than one. So maksudnya you try to share with your friends. Bila kita share dengan orang, kita akan dapat idea yang dapat kembangkan idea yang kita ada. Okay, so these are another representation of mind mapping. Okay, depends on your creativity. You can put it in this way. You can see different colors, right? And from the main branch can go to a few more branches. Okay, ada anak-anak lagi. Okay, next. Okay, this one exercise that I want you to do for our class activity today. Effect of fake news on society. Okay, do research on danger of fake news and analyze your finding and present them using a mind map. Okay, this one I want you to create a mind map on effect of fake news on society. Okay, that is the first task. Okay, second task is fishbone. Okay, before that, let's look at what is fishbone. Okay, a fishbone diagram is a structured brainstorming tool using categories to explore root causes for an undesirable effect. Okay. Mm. So this is, as you can see, this is like the fish and its bone, right? So the head of the fish is the main problem, and then the bone is the causes that lead to the problem. And this one, the blue one, is the categories. Okay, let's look at one example. Okay, for example, okay, let's say this one. I take this one. Let's say one product is produced wrong size, in wrong size. Okay, satu produk keluar daripada kilang, produk tu tidak menepati quality assurance kan. So wrong size, for example. So what, this is the problem. So we write the problem at the head part of the fish. And then we try to identify what are the causes to that problem, the wrong size problem. It can be, okay, the first one, machine. Machine maybe. Okay, yang ni kategori dia. Machine, measurement, material, method, environment, and people. Machine can be because of machine malfunction. Okay, malfunction. And we can go deeper. Okay, mesin rosak kan, mesin rosak ataupun tidak berfungsi sebagaimana yang sepatutnya. So because of what? Maybe because of employee's fault, different wrong setting from the employee, or machine defect, machine itself defect. Okay, or the measurement. Measurement can be because of this is anak-anak dia, wrong size of the mold, acuan dia. Okay, because of the blueprint mistake or production mistake. Maksudnya daripada tulang yang the main bone, we can go deeper and create a smaller bone here. Okay. Then material, maybe wrong specification of the material, worn out material, due to poor storage condition. Okay. Contohlah kalau macam orang buat kek kan, kek tu rasa tak sedap. Okay, mungkin tepung yang digunakan dah expired ke, dah tepung lama ke, ataupun tepung tu rosak because of what? Walaupun expiry date lambat lagi, but it is due to poor storage. Okay, maksudnya we can go deeper by using this smaller bone. Okay, method, wrong production procedure. Environment, wrong production condition. Okay, in certain factory or manufacturing process, we need certain product. It requires certain temperature, for example. So maybe that product is produced in wrong size due to unsuitable temperature, maybe too hot, too cold, or too humid. Okay, or maybe due to the part is produced in wrong size due to the employees mistake, mistaken machine setting, mistaken in production procedure. So as you can see, these are the categories. Ni adalah kategori dia, ni adalah main problem, and then these are the this is the category: machine, measurement, material, method, environment, people, and then this one is the actual causes. Okay, reason there. Okay, so this one we will continue next class. So today, the first task is you have to come out with the mind map, effect of fake news on society. Second task for today is you have to draw the fishbone diagram. Okay, the problem, let's say late to class, datang lambat ke kelas. So, apa problemnya datang lambat ke kelas? So, what are the causes? So, that is the second task. Okay, you have to draw it in a fishbone map. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you.